The exploitation of the black athlete is no hyperbole, and while the American sports industry is largely responsible for the conspiracy, none have been more complicit in this conspiracy than the American media. We can look at this through several examples, but in the interest of time, we'll look at this through a situation involving LeBron James. Now, in 2010, LeBron James went on ESPN. Matter of fact, he was paid to go on ESPN to announce his decision to sign with the Miami Heat. Now, what's lost in all of this is the fact that the main beneficiary of the program was ESPN. I mean, Nielsen Media Research reports that the decision, which was the name of the program, was the highest rated program of the night. So not only did ESPN create the controversy, but they benefited in ratings. And over the course of the next year, they maintained the controversy, which directly benefited them as they were scheduled to televise a large amount of Miami Heat games that season. But the most ironic thing about this is the fact that LeBron James became the most hated athlete in America that year when Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, was accused of his second sexual assault in as many years. Now, you have to ask yourself, how is it that a man who comes on national television to announce his decision to sign with another team is more hated than a man accused of 2 sexual assaults within a 24-month period? Now, I'm going to suggest some reasons. The first reason is that the media is really powerful in shaping public opinion. And by maintaining this story as opposed to maintaining the Ben Roethlisberger story, people were perhaps more aware of the controversy surrounding LeBron James' story as opposed to Ben Roethlisberger's. Now, the second reason that I'm going to propose is very simple as well. It's the fact that some people are just not LeBron James fans, and that's a very simple thing to understand. But those two things alone are not, on their own merit, powerful enough to create the kind of controversy that this situation did, which leads me to my third justification for the controversy, which is rooted in DeCardio racism. Now, for those that don't know, DeCardio racism is defined as basically racism that's internalized, racism that's not easily proven, racism that can't be legislated against. And here's the main reason why I believe this is what was working against LeBron James in this situation. LeBron James is not a criminal. LeBron James had never been to jail, never been to prison, never been in any kind of legal trouble whatsoever. The only kind of trouble that LeBron James has been in is from selling his high school basketball jersey when he was an amateur, which was another controversy that the media exploited. But the hypocrisy in this is that America is a nation that has always fought for fair compensation for its workers, except for in the case of the African American. And we can see that this legacy is alive in the treatment of African American athletes, where society somehow does not believe that these athletes are deserving of compensation commensurate to their performances and the resulting revenues. But the bottom line here is that the media is still very active in the exploitation of the African American athlete. And what we can do about it is become more aware of the mechanisms that professional sports and college sports use to generate revenue, so that we understand how valuable these players are to these industries, while developing awareness of the issues so we don't fall victim to the subterfuge that the media uses to help maintain the status quo.